Literally in real life, I am such a jokester and everything is natural, but the minute that I click record for the camera, I become like this prim and proper person, and I have the hardest time cracking a joke in my videos. Anyway, guys, last night I watched my first episode of Doctor Who, and I wanted to share it with you guys, because most of you have probably been watching it a lot longer than I have. My sister, a couple of years back, introduced me to the whole Doctor Who world. I only ended up watching 10 or 15 minutes of the episode, and then I got bored and left. I know. Anyway, she was showing me one of the first couple episodes of David Tennant portraying Doctor Who, and for me, Doctor Who is forever going to be David Tennant, just because of seeing him first. It's the same thing as with James Bond. The first James Bond that I watched was Sean Connery's portrayal of that character. So for me, James Bond will always be Sean Connery. Anyway, I ended up deciding yesterday, you know what, I'd really like to watch Doctor Who. I'd like to find out a bit about this TARDIS and Doctor Who and everything going on, because it's such a big thing that I was very intrigued and I was very reluctant to join in and watch. So I actually tried to find the first episode that aired in 1963 with William Hartnell playing the first Doctor, and I found it. The first episode is actually split into 4 parts. The first episode is entitled An Unearthly Child, but the 4 parts to that episode is An Unearthly Child, The Cave of Skulls, The Forest of Fear, and The Firemaker. And I actually watched An Unearthly Child last night with my mom, and I really liked it. You have that retro classic Doctor Who theme music playing, which I think is different to the new Doctor Who theme. I could be mistaken. But you also got, in the first few opening scenes, the first look at the TARDIS. And I really enjoyed that, especially because you don't find out what's inside the TARDIS till probably about halfway through that episode. I was really intrigued the fact that Doctor Who is a grandfather, and Susan, I believe is her name, is his grandchild. They were banned from their home planet, I believe, and they now have to travel through time, space, and dimensions to find somewhere they belong. I could be mistaken, as I said, because I've only seen this first part, but they do end up traveling to a lot of historical settings around the world. They don't really go to a lot of space settings. That's what the one synopsis gave for this first season. But I'm really intrigued to watch it. I thought that it was a very well done episode, considering the fact that it was 50 years ago. And honestly, the person who came up with the idea of Doctor Who probably didn't think that 50 years later it would be where it is now. Because usually you think, oh, if I could at least get that 10-year mark for my season and my series, that's a big accomplishment. Thinking that they're over their 20th season, as well as the fact that they are currently or soon to be with a 13th Doctor, that's a big thing too. Like, a lot of effort's gone into this series, and I look forward to future episodes. Now, let me know in the comments below if I'm mistaken on anything. I'm new to this, which is why I'm sharing it with you guys. And let me know if you watched Doctor Who. If so, who was the first Doctor that you watched? And is that who you always see as Doctor Who now? And what was the first full episode you watched in its entirety of Doctor Who? I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, go and pick up a random book and read. Bye, guys.